So we're going to talk about the Too Fast, Too Furious soundtrack that came out back in '03. Now this movie series was really booming and building steam in the early 2000s, and the first Fast and the Furious quickly proved that it could be a franchise. Now I don't remember the soundtrack, but Too Fast, Too Furious really had a hit off this album because of the Ludacris song Act a Fool. Now, really, he had other songs that were pretty good. Ludacris was really coming up around that time. But this was kind of one where he did the same thing that I've talked about Bruno Mars and Eminem doing. And this was just really sleek. At the time, it gave people a lot of reasons to check out this album, and it's absolutely a Ludacris song that you need to have. But as far as the rest of the project goes, I really kind of was wanting a little bit more effort, but there were some surprises. So this is not just get for the Act a Fool song and then that's it. There is definitely more to it. But it came out, it coincided with the movie, and both of these, if you haven't seen Too Fast and the Furious, go for it. Paul Walker, Tyrese, Ludacris, these guys are in this movie, and it has like a real Miami feel to it. It just is laid back, car shops, everything. The whole atmosphere of that film is worthwhile to take a look at. And I do think, you guys, folks out there, need to give that movie a shot if you haven't by now. And if you have, it's good for a revisit and another go through. But, can you smoke to this? I think the answer is there's a couple songs on here like Getting It by Chingy, Hands in the Air by 8 Ball, Rolling on 20s by Lil Flip, and possibly Oh Yeah by Pitbull that are pretty smoke ready. And that's the same thing for the production. I like some of the songs, but I do feel like a lot of these songs were lacking. Movie soundtracks, when you put artists on here, I do feel like if you're going to be on the soundtrack, you have to, make sure that the song just blows you out of the water. And I did not feel that same vibe from every song on here, and it's going to show when I score it. But, I knew Ludacris wasn't going to screw this up, and there's more surprises on here. Tyrese was in the movie. He was in a starring role, and he didn't screw this up. So that, don't think the Ludacris was the only one. Tyrese is a singer as well, and he handles Pick Up the Phone extremely well. It was kind of a club song before R&B really branched out into club songs. So the unheard songs, which are basically songs that you may not have heard, but probably need to take a listen to. Like I said, I liked 4 out of 15 songs. So it's just a question of, besides the Ludacris Act a Fool song, what else is there? I really think Ludacris probably could have donated at least one more song to this project. He does show up on the Tyrese song, but I felt like, since he was in the movie, could have used just one more hit. Just something that could have coasted him out and really proved that, anyone can make, most people can make one hit song, but to be able to do it 2 times over, that's kind of the biggest complaint about movie soundtracks, is for the most part, most movie soundtracks coast off a one hit single and that's it. It would have been nice to have seen this carry a little bit more steam. I feel like Ludacris was definitely one of the people to do this. And the Tyrese song, which is called Pick Up the Phone, is a song you may not have heard, but it's pretty catchy. R. Kelly is also on there. This is hit number 2 off of this release. So it's pretty slinky. 8 Ball's Hands in the Air is the next one. I really like the feel of that. And then Rolling on 20s with Lil Flip was the last one. Now there were some close songs that I would almost say were almost songs, but it did not quite tide me over enough. So that would be Getting It by Chingy, Oh Yeah by Pitbull, and that's really about it. I mean, I was really, the theme of this project is cars. So, vehicles, fast and furious in a vehicle mindset is what you're getting from this project. And the whole thing about it was, some of this was not quite as exhilarating as Act the Fool was. They needed to take Ludacris's recipe and be able to make you want to go 80 miles an hour or something. That's really, what you want to do, or, make you want to go 70 miles an hour, that sort of thing. The score, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 10. It's because I like 4 out of 15, and that's really not that good. We just could have used a lot more effort. The future, there was a Fast and Furious 7 that came out, so definitely take a look at that. And then the social score, which is how well this is going to play around other people that you're with. I think the Tyrese song is going to be a surprise. Maybe not everyone has heard that. And then the Lil Flip song is another good one. Maybe 8 Ball. I'm not sure how many people would know him, but Lil Flip at least had some, know people knew who he was for a while. And, the Ludacris song, of course, works, but once again, he's only on 2 songs on here. We could have used more Tyrese, too. So, the social score I will give a 4 out of 10. So, subscribe for more fun. I give this album a 3 out of 10 and a 4 social.